Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am riding this. This is the Hero Xtreme 200. I know, yes, it's discontinued, but I was long pending to do a vlog of this, so we are doing it right away. Anyways, the design of this bike looks quite nice. It's based on the Xtreme 200R, and you see this light treatment is actually quite funky. Will remind you of some old Japanese super bikes probably. Okay, it's on low beam. When it's high beam, the light looks even better because the complete light blinks as such. LED DRL and Hero badging, like Hero is written there, not badging, but Hero is written right there, but the indicators aren't LEDs, unfortunately. It says ABS right here, anti-lock braking system, but it's a single channel ABS unit only at the front of this motorcycle. The tire size happens to be 100 section at the front. The rear obviously gets a wider section tire, which happens to be a 130 section. Meanwhile, this exhaust actually comes from the Xpulse 200T, not from the Xtreme 200R, because I think it's shorter, it looks better somehow. Got this black panel. In fact, the bike looks quite nice. They've done the fairing beautifully well, and for a full-fed bike, Hero has done a phenomenal job because they also made something known as the new Hero the Hero Charisma R, ZMR, ZMA, whatever you want to call it, which didn't really look good, which is like they tried to copy EBR design language, which went really wrong. Xtreme 200S written right here. I like how they've done the fairing, the cuts, creases, everything gelled beautifully well. In fact, there's a lot of, this blackish sort of finishing on this motorcycle. Kickstarter, because this is a carbureted motorcycle. And coming to the rear, it is similar to the Xtreme 200R. Yes, and unfortunately, the indicators are not LEDs at the rear either. Grab rails are nice to hold. The seat also is pretty nice. It's a single piece unit, and nice cushioning as such. There's a tank guard as well, and the fuel tank and everything looks quite nice and well done, but it doesn't get clip-on bars, which is kind of disappointing considering a fair motorcycle should get them. Another disappointing part is that the mirrors are mounted on the handlebar, not on the fairing. Meanwhile, you get an all-digital instrument cluster. Now, this one obviously gets plenty of information. It's a TFT unit. It gets Bluetooth connectivity. There's a side stand indicator right there, and it also gets turn-by-turn navigation. It's actually quite nice and legible to read as well, but honestly, you really don't want to know about the features of this motorcycle now, do you? Okay, but we still talk about it. Engine start button, engine stop button, kill switch that is, and up and down headlight like low beam, high beam, horn button, and of course the turn indicator of this motorcycle. Quality levels are decent as such. Let's turn on the motorcycle right away. There it rose to life. It's very smooth, huh? Okay, installed it. Yeah, it sounds decent, but it's a single cylinder motorcycle. What do you really expect? Box section swing arm. It's quite refined at idle, but honestly, let's just get riding, shall we? You can see that is the Bluetooth connectivity, waiting for Bluetooth. It's also got an eco mode indicator telling you if you're riding eco or not. Anyways, let's turn on the motorcycle. A lot of smoothness somehow for a car motorcycle. That's quite baffling. And we are in first gear. Let's stall it. Okay, now we are ready to go. The riding posture is so much like a sports commuter motorcycle. The pegs are a little rear set on this machine, and of course it feels quite nice and eager in the low end. So yes, performance is quite nice. It's very rideable as such. The suspension is slightly on the stiffer side. I mean, it is compliant enough, but gives you quite a lot of feedback, and because of the fairing also vibrates. Braking performance is stupendous. Really nice brakes on this motorcycle. Unfortunately though, it's only getting a front channel ABS, not dual channel ABS. Now everything below is obviously from the Xtreme 200R, which is discontinued right now, and this motorcycle also is discontinued, but will make a comeback with BS6 with, of course, fuel injection. Feels really nice to ride this machine because it's a sports commuter layout. You actually feel like you're riding something which has a fairing, but it's actually a straight motorcycle because you sit upright. The bars are obviously, like the handlebar obviously gives you nice amount of confidence to pilot this motorcycle, because yeah, it's quite nice and fast and flickable as well. Now this motor is a 199cc, 199.5cc. You just call it 200cc vessel for ease of talking, and it produces 18.4 horsepower and 17.1 Newton meters of torque. And yes, the motor has been tuned for low end performance and offers good amount of low end punch as well. The clutch is not the smoothest operating. It has a bite point which is kind of awkward or weird, or maybe that's the scene with this current motorcycle. But first gear will see you 38 kilometers per hour, and this thing vibrates a lot. The fairing vibrates a lot, so yes, that's a slight issue. But get into the gas. Here you see 65 kilometers per hour in second gear itself. Brakes are nice. Mirrors could have done a better
thing of giving you a good view of what's around. 65 kilometers per hour in second. It kind of feels really bassy in the top end with some vibes kicking in as well. But you know what, it doesn't love the top end as much as it loves the low and mid range, because that's where it really shines. Not the most refined once you get into the mid range, because of course this is a carbureted motorcycle and there's additional feedback which you can feel over bad roads. So suspension, although compliant enough, doesn't really love bad roads as such. I kind of like this motorcycle because it reminds me of my good old Hero Charisma. Yeah, I had a Charisma when it was Hero Honda Charisma, and that was also a Fed motorcycle. I loved riding it. There you see a ZMA as well. Lot of going down memory lane today because of these motorcycles. Hero usually doesn't really offer much performance on his machines, and this one is no different, but at least it looks quite nice, looks actually well done, and certainly feels very punchy as well once you get into the mid range. And then the top end, it kind of disappoints. Eco mode is telling me upshifter gear. Yeah, because I'm not riding eco-friendly apparently. Of course I'm not. So the price of this motorcycle when it was on sale was around 1.2 lakh rupees. Of course everything is from the Xtreme 200R on this machine. That's the reason why it feels so good to ride in the streets. Gearbox sometimes misses a gear. I've been missing so many gears because it's just not smooth enough in terms of shift quality. Shift quality certainly could have been better, but it's a very comfortable motorcycle in terms of riding position. Although the pegs are rear set, you're sitting upright, so you feel comfortable. It doesn't strain anything, and it's also light. 149 kgs is the weight of this motorcycle. It weighs around 2 kgs more, just 2 kgs more than the Xtreme 200R, which is actually not much considering this gets a full set of clothes, like full fairing. You can call the Xtreme 200R the one in the bikini and this one in a full dress. So yes, the weight difference, not much at all. It's very minuscule, the weight difference. Tires offer decent amount of grip. Yeah, they are grippy, the tires, for the kind of performance it has to offer. And the real highlight here is the fact that Hero is offering a motorcycle which although offers the performance of a sporty 160cc motorcycle, more than that though, and not really offer 200cc motorcycle, because 18.4 horsepower is nothing when you compare to 200cc motorcycles. Like forget the Apache, the Duke 200 and the likes. But remember one thing, even the Pulsar RS200 and the NS200, which produce a lot more power, 23.5 horsepower, 24.5 depending on the NS or the RS. But the fact is that this is a very attractively priced motorcycle. So yes, in terms of value for money, it absolutely excels. And that is the reason why this motorcycle should have sold well. I don't know if it sold well or not, but its design is nice, its pricing is attractive, very usable a motorcycle, easy to ride as well, and at home on the city too. The horn is a bit on the meek side. This guy wants to park, but he's just going to stop everybody today just to get his parking done. And there finally is given the indicator. Bye-bye Ford TDCi. Let's get into the gas. First gear. 9,000 RPM is where this motorcycle redlines. So the red line isn't much. But then, just remember one thing. The kind of value this motorcycle offers is absolutely staggering. It also looks very nice, although somehow it gets affected by crosswinds. Top speed is around 110-115 kilometers per hour. So not really a screamer of a motorcycle. It doesn't go as fast as it looks, period. It just doesn't go as fast as it looks. Anyways, we're going to launch this machine. Here we are into first gear, and we stalled it. It keeps stalling actually. Off we go. Zero to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 18-19 seconds. So yeah, it's slow. It doesn't have the 200cc performance which you would expect. But certainly, you know, it gives you a good feel because of the design. Of course, the riding position, which is comfortable. Quite a usable, sporty looking motorcycle for the city. That's more city oriented than highway oriented, because it doesn't really have the performance for the highway. So as I see it, I find the Hero Xtreme 200 a very nice and likable motorcycle without a doubt. And if you like this vlog, you know what you have to do. Give it a thumbs up. That's a like button. And also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. I love the brakes. Just love the brakes. Bike feels quite light. Yeah, the front end doesn't have much feel as such, but then this is a motorcycle for the city. And that's about it. I have not much more to talk about this machine because it's discontinued. I was going to say kind of discontinued. There's nothing known as kind of discontinued. It is completely discontinued. And there these guys are chilling. What's up? Why does the front end feel so light? It feels like I am playing a video game. It's like anyway, you can just move it around.
But the feedback is very nice.
Is it? The new one they ride. Bye.